Autumn from Smashing Pumpkins, Act 2. Okay. Yeah, that track we got just finally shows up on this project. Sadly, it's the best song on here. At least Act 2. Yeah. First act was great, I thought. At least musically. Enough that I would want to go back to it. Unfortunately, this is way more electronic and less guitar heavy, or at least not as well balanced between the two as Act 1 was to me. I'm hoping it goes back to that around Act 3, or at least maybe goes more guitar heavy to justify being this electronic oriented here. Yeah. If not, it's just going to come off very monotonous and boring. If this, and you know, this but with the two acts together, apparently is literally an hour and 24 minutes. Shit, how long is it going to be with the fucking with the third disc? Shit. With Act 3. Holy fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some hidden gems here and there. For me, it's, I mean, I guess the Space Age track, or To the Gray, I don't know if maybe it's To the Grays, or I think it's To the Grays that has, I guess, some sort of weird initial build up, and I don't mind the more electronic heavy stuff in the following tracks following Beguiled too much, but they don't stand out in a way that I feel the stuff on Act 1 does for me. And the only tracks to me that actually have standout moments sonically is when they do go guitar heavy, like Empires, and brief and a more industrial-ish style with Moss. But other than that, nothing really gets me all that much here. At least not in a way I felt about the previous record. So, at least enough to talk about. Enough to talk about more than a normal short video, but not enough to talk about to where, well, at least I need, but just not enough to go on a full rave. If anything, with the first act, it showed and proved my point on that they can improve, that they have been improving in some essences, even from a quality standpoint. But I can see with the way this is going, in a similar sense to what has happened with the last record. With the last record, this project's probably going to be just as bloated, unfortunately. And I wouldn't be surprised if some people want to make a redacted of their own and think that maybe instead of 3 acts, this thing should have been put into 2 or something instead. I don't know. And it's not even really, clearly it's not IHA nor Chamberlain's fault at all. In fact, I still believe that they are what's kind of keeping any sense of quality in this, to me, way more than Corgan, since they've come back, because the stuff they wound up doing on the album that they came back with wasn't anything necessarily new, but you could tell with that there was something more happening. And that's still, and the fact that they tried to be ambitious on the follow-up, and the fact they're trying to find a balance of what's worked in the past and what was newer that worked ambitiously. With Act 1, it showcases and proves my point that they are improving, and we're finally getting something potentially great. It's just a shame Act 2 just kind of dismisses everything I'm saying about Act 1, and it more so proves that we're still going to get the same stuff. And it seems everybody was hoping for a balance of that melancholy, because apparently a lot of the story beats that are supposed to be in this concept, or I found out is actually has something to do with the concepts between Melancholy, Infinite Sadness, and the Machina, God of Machines record. Or at least it seems with this record, they seem to be trying to make, I don't know if, or at least it's trying to follow up that. I don't know I can't really say for sure on the concept because I'm not having very good ways of finding out the lyrics just by waiting on this stream, and I don't have a physical copy because apparently I guess it's not supposed to come out till April. So we're just kind of slowly but surely getting this released, and I feel like that's also a detriment to this record instead of it just being released immediately. It wasn't at first, but after this second act it's starting to showcase that. And it's a matter of how much, whether or not the third act will confirm it, or if the third act will pick up and make up for Act 2. Massively. I hope to not be super monotonous. I hope. We'll just find out in April, and at that point I'll be able to also explain how I feel about this record as a whole. Then, till then, Act 2... Act 2 is just kind of mid for me, I guess. It's not bad, but it's not great, you know. It almost wants to be good, but it's not really, but it's not bad. It's just fine. We'll just see how this act, again, I'm not, in terms of how I feel about the album as a whole, I won't know until Act 3. And that won't be till a couple months from now. So, gotta wait till then, and you'll find out my feelings on this album as a whole as well, and not just my feelings on Act 3. So, hopefully by then I'll have a little more to talk about. But till then, that's all I got. What did you guys think of Act 2? Did you prefer it over Act 1? Did it even do anything? Did either Act 1 or 2 do anything for you? Leave a comment below, let me know. Do you miss the glory days of the 90s? I do, but I'm feeling like we're getting this close to something of that nature, but I don't think we're quite there, you know? There's some good still here in this band. I just feel like Iha and Chamberlain are doing a lot of the more front heavy lifting on pushing it forward, trying to push it forward more than Corgan is. This is just me. I don't know, what do you think? Leave a comment below, let me know. And also, before I go, to those who, I should have said this earlier in the beginning of this video, but for those of you who were around for my talk of Act 1, thank you for showing up. Hopefully some of you show up for this video too. It'd be nice. You know, and hopefully you're as positive a response here, I guess, even despite my feelings towards this act compared to the first one. That's just me. But yeah. Once again, leave a comment below, let me know. If you like this video, lock that like button with thrust if you must. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, y'all.